Okay, so today we have to discuss the concept of random variables. So on our mga previous topics talks about probability and different probability distributions. So balikan natin no itong concept of random variable. So paano po ba ito gagawin? Okay? This is your professor, no, Engineer Eduardo Tapia. Okay, let's start with the definition of random variable. A random variable is one whose numerical value depends on how a random experiment turns out. Typically, it is indicated by by a capital letter like X, Y, Z, and the value of random variable is determined by chance. So, in the different experiment na ginagawa, no, i-record mo yung data, okay? So, and then, uh, kung ano maging output noon, yun ang magsabi that about uh, the different values of the random variable. Okay? So kung ano ang kalabasan noon. Example 1, suppose a coin is tossed 3 times, the possible outcomes are, so pwede ganito. So, these are different outcomes. Okay? Aba, hinagis natin yung barya 3 beses. Pwedeng tatlong magkasunod na head, pwedeng dalawang head tapos tail, head, tail, head, at saka hanggang tatlong tail. Okay? So, if we have to record all the outcomes, ito yung magiging resulta. No? If we have to find the number of heads na lumabas. Okay? So, ang x natin, let's say ang x natin is the number of heads obtained. So, una, mayroong tatlong heads. Okay? Mayroon ding dalawang heads, isang tail. Okay? So, we have now here uh, ito yung ating possible number of heads na lalabas, no? Isa tatlong beses mong paghagis ng barya. Pwede rin namang wala, okay? Pwede may isa, pwede may dalawa, okay? So, thus the possible values of x are 0, 1, 2, and 3. So, as we can notice here, ang random variable ay hindi yung pagbilang natin ng heads, kundi we assign the numbers, okay? Lalagay tayo ng numbers that will determine the possible outcome. Okay? So, hindi po natin bibilangin na yung each ilalagay natin, but itong number na 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, yun po ang ating gagamitin. No? Number 2, okay, the types of random variable, RV, two types of RV. We have the discrete random variable. It can be obtained by counting. Another one, the continuous random variable can be obtained by use of measurement. Okay, examples of discrete random variables. So ito ang random variables yung nabibilang, okay? Binibilang natin. So we have the number of students that are present. Of course, nabibilang mo yan. The number of defective products, okay? The number of tails in 4 coin toss. The number of customer arriving in mall per hour. So nabibilang po natin. Examples naman ng continuous random variables, we have height. Kasi ang height, ginagamitan natin ito ng interval. We cannot say the accurate value kasi o yung sukat dahil marami po yun. Halimbawa, yung height from 145 to 150 centimeters. So marami, may 145, 146, 147, 148, 149. Walang exact value doon. So gagamitan po natin siya ng measurement o measuring tool. We have the weight, the time, of course, hindi po yan mabibilang kundi gamitan natin ang measurement. We have the distance, temperature, blood pressure, and so on and so forth. No? Okay, we have now number 3, the probability distribution of a random variable. So, a probability distribution tell us how likely each possible value of a random variable is. For a discrete random variable, we use the probability mass function, PMF. We have the probability of x equals x. No? So, the probability must satisfy that the probability of the variable is greater than or equal to 0 and the total probability of x is equal to 1. Okay? So, dapat ganun. Wala pong negative probability at wala po tayong probability above 1 kasi yung total probability of all the outcomes ay total of 1. Example 2, a pair coin is tossed twice. Let x be the number of heads that occur. Okay, the possible outcomes here, dalawang bis lang naman natin hinagis yung barya. You have HH, HT, TH, and TT. Okay? So, possible outcome, the x natin ay number of heads that occur. So, we have 0. Ibig sabihin, walang head. So, puro tail. No? So, and since mayroong apat na possible outcome, o tawag natin the sample space, so, ibig sabihin, 0. So, 0, walang head na dumating o na lumabas. So, ang probability nun ay 1/4. That is, kasi isa lang to eh. So, 1/4. Okay? Ang isang head, so mayroong dalawa ditong outcome, HT or TH. So, that is 2/4 or 1/2. Sa dalawang head naman, okay, isa lang. Okay, ang possible outcome niyan. So, that is 1/4. Okay, kapag i-add natin lahat ng probability, we have 1/4 plus 2/4 plus 1/4, ay total is 1. So, ibig sabihin, this probability distribution is valid. No, valid po to kasi ibig sabihin na yung ating distribution is equal to 1. Okay, so the discrete probability distribution assigns probability to individual possible values. Okay, so the probability function is the probability of x equals x. Okay, conditions, a valid discrete probability distribution must satisfy, una, that the probability of x is greater than or equal to 0 but less than or equal to 1. Okay? And the total probability of x is 1. Example, determine the missing probability. Suppose x has the following distribution. So, ito po yung distribution niya. No? So, mayroon tayong 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, na sample, no? So, mayroon tayo ditong ating x value ay 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Probability ng 1 ay 2.2. Probability na 2 ang lalabas ay 0.35. Probability na 3 ang lalabas, 0.25. We have the probability na k ay lumabas ay sa 4. So, we have to find k. Okay? Solution, the total probability is supposed to be 1. So, pa-plus natin lahat ng mga probability na to para ma-determine natin yung k. Okay, so 0.20 plus 0.35 plus 0.25, that is 0.80 plus k is equal to 1. Therefore, kapag ang 0.80 lipat natin sa kabila, so maging k equals 1 minus 0.80. So, therefore, k is 0.20. And this is the missing probability dito sa ating problem. Okay. Example 4. A quality inspector randomly select 3 batteries. Let X represent the number of defective batteries selected. Okay, the probability distribution of X is given below. So, yung X ay represent the defective batteries. Sa yung yung nakuha niyang tatlo ay walang sira, ay ang probability nun ay 0.40. Okay? Sa tatlong napili, mayroong isang may defective, 0.35 yung probability. Dalawa yung mayroong sira, no? Yung nagpili siya ng tatlo, dalawa yung sira, ang probability nun ay 0.20. Tapos yung tatlong napili niya ay puro sira, ay 0.05, yun yung probability. Okay? So, letter A, is the probability distribution valid? Letter B, find the probability that x is greater than or equal to 2. Letter C, find the probability that x is less than 2. Okay. So, letter A, solution natin. So, para maging valid, dapat ang total probability sa ating distribution ay dapat 1. Okay, so if we have to add this one, 0.40 plus 0.35 plus 0.20 plus 0.05, and that is a total of 1. Okay? Since the total probability of x is 1, therefore, the probability distribution is valid. Okay? So, valid siya kasi total nito ay 1. Letter B. Okay? Find the probability that x is greater than or equal to 2. So, pwedeng may dalawang sira or pwedeng tatlo, no? Kasi pwedeng dalawa, kasi greater than or equal to eh. So, pwedeng dalawa, pwedeng tatlo. Ang probability na dalawa ang sira ay 0.20 base dito, or tatlo yung sira ay 0.05. So, therefore, the total probability ay 0.25. So, the probability that x is greater than or equal to 2 ay 0.25. Ibig sabihin, probability na dalawa yung sira or tatlo yung sira, sagot natin ay 0.25 or 25% ang probability. Letter C. Solution, no, na ang probability ay less than 2. So, ibig sabihin, hindi kabilang 2. So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng wala, pwedeng isa lang. Okay? So, ang probability na 0 ay 0.40. Ang probability ng 1 ay 0.35. So, plus natin, and that is 0.75. So, yung probability na walang defective, okay, or mayroong isa, ay 0.75 or 75%. Okay? So, yun po yung ating output, no? Okay, number 5, continuous probability distribution. A continuous random variable can infinitely many possible values. Gaya na sinabi ko, sa interval na 145 to 150 cm na height ng tao, maraming possible values. So, mayroong 145, may 146, 147, 148, hanggang 150. No? In this case, we must calculate probability over interval instead of calculating probability of one exact value. Okay? So, for continuous random variable, the probability x equals a is equal to 0. Okay, this means that a single point has 0 probability in continuous distribution. Kasi pwede kasing wala yung possible value na yon. We normally calculate probability such as the probability of x is greater than or equal to greater than a, but less than b. Okay? So, yun po yung ating normal na computations na gagamit. Pagkakuha ng probability, we will not use equal, no? Gagamit tayo ng less than 2 or greater than 2. A continuous random variable can be described using the probability density function or PDF, and that is f of x. Okay, the total area under the curve must equal to 1. Okay? So you have the integral of f of x dx is equal to 1, okay, from negative infinity to positive infinity. So the probability of x lies between a and b is the probability of x greater than a but less than b is equals to the integral of f of x dx equals 1. No? Kasi yung limit natin ay from negative infinity to positive infinity. Example 5. A manager arrives at his office between 6:45 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Thus, ang x natin, let's say yung time arrival is approximate u, no? So, ibig sabihin from 0 to 45 minutes. Kasi 6:45 to 7:30, ang total niyan ay yung interval ay mayroong 45 minutes. So, that's the total interval. So, find the probability that this manager arrives before 7:10 a.m. or dumating siya between 7 a.m. and 7:20. Okay? Or after 17. Okay? The probability that the manager arrive after 17 a.m. So, solution, this is a probability formula. Okay, the probability that he arrives before 7:10. So, probability of x less than 7:10, okay, EM, and that is B minus A over total interval. So 710, okay, ay ang B natin, ibig sabihin yun yung last in a time, no? So that is 25. Bakit 25? Kasi 17, okay, from 6:45 mayroon na siyang 25 minutes, tama? So 6:45 yung zero natin. So up to 17, that is 25 minutes. So 25 minus 0. Kasi yung A natin ay 0. Wala tayong beginning time dito. But starting natin ay 6:45. Okay? Tapos yung total interval at 45 minus 0 kasi 6:45 to 7:30 and that is 45 minutes. Okay? So ulitin ko, ang 17 ay 25 minutes na, no? From 6:45. Kaya 25 nilagay natin. So yung 25 over 45. So, ang sagot natin dyan that is 0.5556. Okay, ito yung ating probability. Okay? Meaning, the probability, no, there is a 55.56% probability that the manager arrived before 17 a.m. So, more than half ng probability na makarating siya bago mag-alas 7:10 ng umaga. Okay? Okay, for letter B, find the probability that the manager arrived from 7 a.m. Between 7 a.m. to 7:20 a.m. Okay, so solution natin. So, the probability that X is greater than 7 a.m. but less than 7:20. Okay? Kasi between doon. So, ang atin pong 720 ay 35 na siya, yung B natin kasi hanggang 720. Kasi ibig sabihin mayroon ng 35 minutes mula sa 6:45. Okay? Tapos ang 7 o'clock ay mayroong 15 minutes from 6:45. Kaya sa 15. So 35 minus 15, ang total interval natin ay 45. So that will become 20 over 45. So the probability that the manager arrives, no, from between 7 a.m. to 7:20 ay 0.4444, and it means that there is 44.44% probability that he arrives between 7 a.m. and 7:20 a.m. Okay, so ganun po pag-compute natin, no, to find the probability na darating siya ng ganung oras. Okay, letter C, after 7:10. Okay, so ibig sabihin mayroon lumipas na 7:10, pwede mo 7:11, pwede 7:12, ganun, no, hanggang 7:30. So since gumamit tayo ng after 7:10, kaya lang alam natin kasi yung maximum lang ay 7:30. Okay, kaya gumamit po tayo ang B natin time dito ay 45, ang A natin ay 25 kasi yung 7:10, no? So, mayroong sa 7:10 kasi ay mayroon ng 25 minutes after ng 6:45. Okay? So, mayroon tayong 20 over 45 and that is also 0.4444. That's the probability that the manager arrives, no? Okay? After 7:10 a.m. So, yun po pag-compute natin kapag continuous ang ating random variable. Okay, this is your activity to answer. You have the number 1, the discrete probability distribution. You have 3 problems here. So, kayang-kaya, no? Siguro, masolve naman. And then, you can ask and help, no? From your colleagues. Activity number 2, the continuous probability distributions. Okay, you have 1 problem but mayroon tayong 5 follow-up na hinahanap. Okay? So, suppose the height of the college students in section A is uniformly distributed between 145 cm and 160 cm. Thus, X is approximately U, and that is 0, 15. Kasi 15 cm po yung from 145 to 160 cm. Okay, so I hope you learned from this video lesson. Thank you very much for watching and listening. God bless you. Thank you very much for listening and watching in this YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Matuto dapat, sapagkat ang kaalaman ay isang mahalagang kayamanan na dapat nating ingatan at pagyamanin. Muli, this is Engineer Eduardo Tapia, your professor. Maraming salamat and God bless you.